A single handshake was refused, and by the next morning, a billion-dollar empire was in danger. In a glass-walled boardroom, a powerful CEO looked at a black investor's outstretched hand and ignored it. No words, no explanation, just silence. What she didn't know was that this man wasn't just another investor. He was a kingmaker. Why the next day, investors vanished. Stocks dropped. Phones wouldn't stop ringing. And the same CEO who once ruled the room was suddenly begging for a private meeting. This isn't just a story about business. It's a story about pride, power, and the price of disrespect, because sometimes the smallest moment, a glance, a pause, a refused handshake, can destroy everything you work for. Stay with me, because what happens next will change how you see respect forever. The boardroom didn't just look expensive. It felt intimidating. Floor-to-ceiling glass walls reflected the city skyline. Polished marble floors echoed every step, and a long table of dark wood sat at the center like a throne. This was the heart of Arden Global, a multi-billion-dollar tech company that had grown powerful under one woman's leadership, Evelyn Carter. Evelyn was famous for results. Business magazines praised her discipline, investors admired her decisiveness, and employees feared her sharp tongue. She believed emotions were weaknesses, and control was everything. In her world, respect was earned by titles, not people. That morning, a new investor arrived. His name was Marcus Reed. He walked in calmly, dressed in a tailored suit, posture relaxed but confident. No entourage, no noise. When introductions were made, Marcus stepped forward and extended his hand. An ordinary gesture, simple and professional. But what happened next was anything but ordinary. Evelyn Carter looked at his hand for half a second. Then she looked back down at her tablet. She didn't smile. She didn't acknowledge it. She didn't shake his hand. The room froze. Executives shifted uncomfortably in their chairs. A junior analyst stopped typing mid-sentence. The silence stretched, heavy and awkward, as if everyone was holding their breath. Marcus slowly pulled his hand back. His face didn't change. He didn't react. But everyone noticed. To some in the room, it looked like arrogance from the CEO, another power move. To others, it felt deliberate, cold, calculated. Marcus Reed wasn't just another investor passing through. He was black, self-made, and respected in circles most people in that room had never been invited into. He was known for staying quiet, listening carefully, and making decisions that shaped entire industries. The meeting continued, but the energy was gone. No warmth. No connection. Just numbers, charts, and stiff conversation. When it ended, Evelyn gave Marcus a brief nod, polite, distant, dismissive. She believed she had shown strength. She believed she had control. She believed she had the upper hand. She was wrong. What Evelyn Carter didn't know, or chose not to care about, was who Marcus Reed truly was. Marcus hadn't grown up around boardrooms or billionaires. He was raised by a single mother who worked 2 jobs and taught him one rule early in life. Nothing would be handed to him. Respect, opportunity, and success would all have to be earned the hard way. So Marcus learned to observe before he spoke, to listen before he acted, to build quietly while others bragged loudly. He studied finance, entered tech investing early, and made smart, patient moves. No flashy interviews, no social media flexing. Just results. By his early 40s, Marcus had become one of the most influential private investors in emerging technology, someone whose involvement instantly gave a company credibility. But Marcus had one unbreakable principle. Respect came before contracts. That handshake wasn't about manners. It wasn't about tradition. It was a test. Marcus believed that how someone treated you in the first 10 seconds told you everything you needed to know about how they'd treat you when things went wrong. If someone couldn't acknowledge him as an equal, they didn't deserve his money or the powerful network that followed him. After leaving Arden Global, Marcus didn't rant. He didn't threaten. He didn't call the press. He made one phone call, then another, then another. Each call was calm, professional, quiet. "I've decided not to move forward," he said. That was all. But when Marcus Reed withdrew interest, people paid attention. Funds that trusted his judgment began reconsidering. Partners hesitated. Deals slowed. Not because Marcus told them to leave, but because they trusted him enough to follow. The next morning, Evelyn Carter walked into something she had never experienced before: chaos. Her assistant looked shaken. The CFO was already waiting, face tense. Before Evelyn could even sit down, the bad news began pouring in. 3 major investors had pulled out overnight. A 4th had postponed indefinitely. Analysts were calling. Rumors were spreading. By lunchtime, Arden Global's stock had dropped sharply. Evelyn was furious and confused. Nothing had changed. The company was still strong. The numbers were solid. The product roadmap was intact, except for one meeting. Then the CFO said the name that made the room go silent again: Marcus Reed. Evelyn finally did what she should have done from the start. She researched him. What she found shocked her. Marcus wasn't just wealthy. He was influential. He was a gatekeeper. Startups trusted him. Venture capital firms followed his moves. When Marcus stepped away, others questioned why. And worse than the financial fallout was the reputation damage. Word had spread about the handshake, not as gossip, as a warning. Difficult leadership, disrespectful culture, ethical concerns. Evelyn's empire wasn't cracking because of money. It was cracking because of character. For the first time in her career, Evelyn Carter realized something terrifying. Control without respect was fragile. That evening, Evelyn Carter did something she had never done before. She asked for a meeting. Not demanded, not ordered, not sent through lawyers. She asked. Marcus agreed, but on one condition: no boardroom, no assistants, no power displays. Just the 2 of them. When they met, Evelyn stood up first. And this time, she extended her hand. Marcus looked at it, paused. The same pause she had created the day before. Then he shook it. The silence between them felt different now, heavier, honest. Evelyn spoke without scripts or defenses. She admitted her mistake. She didn't justify it. She didn't hide behind corporate language. I misjudged you, she said quietly, and I paid for it. Marcus listened. He didn't interrupt. Then he said something that changed her forever. I didn't need your money yesterday, and I don't need it today. But respect? That's non-negotiable. He didn't promise to invest. He didn't guarantee forgiveness. But he stayed. And for Evelyn, that was the beginning of something new. Weeks later, Marcus Reed became an investor in Arden Global, but only after real changes were made. Not announcements, not PR statements. Real change. Diversity audits, leadership training, accountability at the top. A culture shift that reached far beyond the boardroom. The story spread, not as a scandal, but as a lesson. Power doesn't excuse disrespect. Success doesn't replace humility. And small moments reveal big truths. Evelyn Carter never refused another hand again. And Marcus Reed proved something powerful. You don't need to shout to be heard. You don't need anger to create impact. And dignity, combined with quiet power, can shake entire empires. So remember this: the moment you believe you're above someone is often the exact moment you fall beneath them. If this story made you think, if it made you feel something, then you already know this channel is different. Here, we tell real impact stories about power, respect, and life lessons you won't forget. So make sure you hit the like button. It helps this message reach more people. Subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories like this every week. And turn on notifications, because the next story might change how you see the world. Remember, respect costs nothing, but disrespect can cost everything. I'll see you in the next story.